Welcome back to Hunter x Hunter. If you're here with me, that means you've been keeping tabs on all of your cars, making sure no one's out to get them. Let's be honest, that's probably for the best, because, well, there are some nefarious types out there, as we've seen in the previous few episodes, willing to do anything to be able to get their hands on what they need to fill their binders, to escape this world, to get off with the earnings and a little extra something for themselves. How long are some people going to hold on to their cards that they've earned hard or taken abruptly? Are others going to become available? And what about these pirates? Answers that may or may not be answered. Questions that may or may not be answered. But at least we get to watch some Hunter x Hunter. Jumping into the lion's den, going into the Pirate Cove. What are they actually going to achieve? Just asking them politely. Seems like it's a good start. You never know, it might work. So, okay, I guess we have been a bother to the townspeople. But now they are probably in for a conflict with the pirates. And also, what about that guy, the one who removed the explosive that was on him? Is he going to reappear and be useful? And how long before we see another game master, one of the ones that actually made this place? I doubt Jing is actually reachable at this stage. Once they've done laughing, if they can remove him from the ring. Right, so he steps up immediately. We know what happens when the first guy steps up claiming to be strong, so... Well, he's not going to not enjoy it, is he? So be prepared for any sort of... Oh, gone. Be prepared for any sort of damage or pain should they actually try to challenge him. I mean, we have Killua now actually with some fire in his eyes, not just on the floor. Is he going to use the same trick? Yeah, you might want to put that out. Oh, he's out the ring. I guess they're seeing the boss now. I mean, he won fair and square. Is that enforcement? Don't go back on your word now. Just because he was embarrassed. Only him or the entire party? Did he win access for everyone? This is just, like a school gymnasium. Now that is a interesting shot right there. If nothing else, I remember those shoes. Can they try again later? I mean, it's not surprising. But then again, upstairs they were in a bar and enjoying themselves, and now moving down here to boxing. Play a couple of sports and matches of bits and pieces. Any item conjured by Nen. You should have said that before we stepped into the ring. I hope he's actually confident in himself here, because the first guy that actually stepped up, he kind of let his team down. Which means that it suits certain situations. You haven't seen his power, you don't know what he's doing or up against. To be fair, by a judge's ruling, he did score quite a few points there. We're going back to the battle tower, are we? Where the referees actually can cool it teleport. Obvious to anyone with a good eye actually paying attention. Yeah, his brain got a little rattled. Is this another one for God and Killua to be doing all the hard work, heavy lifting themselves? It's upset him, but he knows that it's for the best. We're allowed to attack using Nen. I wonder how she's going to show off her skills here. I guess as a way of hiding their power there, make them lose their composure a bit. But knowing what the plan is, they weren't here to outright beat them after the first attempt. Huh. I suppose, but they already made a team through other regards. Sure, they eliminated most of them, but they do still have some out there, and they've all reached the same kind of conclusion. They're all out. Is this what I was talking about earlier? Can't reach a consensus about who actually owns the rights to anything. Killua, you actually thought about things? That just happened to be in a party of 11. Is there anyone that matches that description? Well, why don't we find out? Who would have... Well, it depends if you actually... Not even trying. Food, water? Makes sense. Well, it depends on who it is. About why they're using the name, what's going on here. But I have a few ideas. Partly because of what was given away in like the openings and whatnot, but I have a few ideas. Well, at least he's accepting of it. There's no point not asking. You won't ever know if you don't try. Yeah, that doesn't answer the question, though. Just because it's normal doesn't mean that they're fine. And there goes... Oh, it's quite misty over here. Oh, God. I would know that butt anywhere. What character would appear... What character would appear just in the open, so vulnerable like this, and yet also seemingly enjoying it? He can see their potential. That's... While you look, keep your eyes definitely keep your eyes away. I do not want to see why they were... He's really enjoying this reunion. Running across the interesting characters here. What would be the course of action which he takes to have the most fun out of all of this? Well, he's still looking for that conflict, that fight with the leader that he's after. So what's the best way to going about it? Or they'll see the name and go, I, I can guess who that would be. I hate it. If it works out, I can understand why you would be unaccepting of all of this. But the fact that she's latched on so quickly could mean one of a few things. Yeah, that face is not one of kinship. A good way to get a message across while also not saying anything out loud. As he could sense the shape of the Nen there without actually using his eyes to see it. Much like everything Ahsoka does, it's not just outright falsehoods. Okay. Ha 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 ha. But it's not outright falsehoods, it's more just leaving certain information out. I wonder why they would get cold chills. I can't fucking tell. You have to laugh, otherwise it'd be horrifying. Or just here because it's interesting. The game itself is secondary. He's new to all of this. Go on, Killua, use the intense intense detective skills at work there. God, that's not annoying, is it? Excuse me. You might become friends. There seems to be a bunch of clumsy people around here. Soka, you seem to know this place. Quite active! Immediately coming into town and stuff like this is going on. You gotta love it when Killua gets intense with or telling Gon what he what he should know. Yeah, with this party, they're gonna be in trouble. What is this all? The city of love. It's a bunch of cliches and the like. Hmm. So what particular reason is so? Well, to be fair, Sokka's reasoning for doing anything is convoluted in and of itself, but he's just biding his time. With him not being completely honest. Just waiting for a time to catch up with them, have a little word. Well, is it best to tell Gon anything there? He'll just blurt it out immediately. And how long is that new guy going to be along with them, considering they've only just kind of become part of a team? They're going to come back when they've actually got the 11 members. You could have asked without saying, just let me see your binder. I'm not going to tell you why. This is Sokka though, isn't it? So why would he show you? Unless they're all using different names. Oh. Or he's already on to what they're doing. I'm surprised his texture surprise thing worked on the book. But if it's just adding a little layer over the tops to change a few letters here and there, might as well keep the identities to a few other of the troop who are here a surprise for the time being. I think having Ahsoka along is always going to be an interesting move. Partly because everything he does is slightly off-putting and terrifying. But also having that kind of backup, knowing that he is immensely powerful, he can handle himself, so any kind of situation they get into can be settled easily. Probably not in the way that they would like, though. I mean, do we need a tutorial on this? We've seen what it does. He's always been a tiny little pet. But it's really ramping up, isn't it? Every time they bring in something new, go to a new place, it's time to introduce a whole bunch more. Not go doing things by halves. It's, if you're going to see a little, see a lot. Get the pirates in, have a little bit of experience there. Now we get this new city, something that might be fun and interesting. And joining in with Sokka, who was once again bathing. Not the first time we've seen that, so now I can assume probably not the last. But they definitely got a good eyeful, and probably more of a reason why they should be very much on the lookout and very cautious. And how many times are we going to get something like this? Something where we have an obstacle that needs to be passed, and just when they're kind of on the brink of discovering something, or getting another card, or getting one step closer, it's another roadblock. This time everyone they were with kind of just buggered off. But you know, Killua really needs to conceal when he's deep in thought. It's so obvious to tell. Also, rushing over and being like, right, you're showing us? Quick, let me look at the binder as well. It's kind of good that Gon is the direct opposite, where he just has very little internal monologue and it's just says his mind. And asks very direct, very blunt questions. Apparently tact takes too long to get things done in Gon's mind. Also, the fact that we didn't get to see him take part in any of the games there. Didn't get to show off any skills. Doesn't give the pirates any chance to countermeasure on the next attempt. What are the others going to do? Just sit around and watch? Cheerlead from the side, maybe. But I do wonder what Ahsoka's going to do once this little teaming up escapade is over with. What is he going to get out of it other than his own self-interests and other self-interests? But what are we going to see in this land of cliché, this town of walking encounters with toast in their mouths, losing glasses, or any sort of storyline you've seen 100 times over? Is there anything new that hasn't been tried? Oh, we might find out. There's still one more episode to go. Still some cards to collect, some people to meet. Whether or not it's actually going to be a surprise with the rest of the troop, we might need to see. So, more or less, let's just have some fun. One more episode for this week, so why don't we see what it is? Are they going to get back to the captains of the pirates? Are they going to spend a little while with their new team trying to figure things out? Try and get along a little while they're here. We can speculate all we want. But for now, if you enjoyed this one, let me know. Leaving a like on the video, commenting down below, and subscribing all really help out the channel, and sometimes comes back to get you something. Maybe another episode, maybe a little bit more self-worth for me, so I record a little faster. If you want to jump onto my Discord, there is links down there as well. But take care of yourselves, get some rest, and I'll see you in the next one. If you have delusions of meeting me in a small body of water, well, hopefully at least in your imagination, I still have at least some of my clothes on. Unlike Sokka, I'm not sure anyone will be all too pleased with what they see. But now that I've probably scarred you for life, consider joining onto my Patreon, help the channel grow even more. So, I need to thank Noku, Raywin, Sal, Arthia, Kite, Mystic Square, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Acne, Guado, Diego, Zenhausen, Tori Jane, the Kebab Seller, and everyone else. Let's hope that together we can all make quite the team.